it would be not a death sentence, but certainly an eyebrow-raising result. Let's get into it. 4 Kevlar vest, Stanislaw taking the kit and the smoke. On the other side of things, you're going to be seeing an armored P250 in play. Tessus, he did have a great first map. Inferno looked fantastic. X-Bear odds keep flopping and flipping. We saw coming into that second half of Nuke, EG had the advantage. Here they come through mid.
Oof. Immediately railed. That P250's hit the deck, and Mihu wants some more. Forced forward. Shush will finish him off, and now this one might peter on out. No rush necessary as we have a minute 20 left on the clock, and both teams really just feeling themselves out here.
Refresh really cannot afford to be spotted on those jiggles from Stan. Everyone else is regrouping.
Oh, it's a heavy B lane as well. It's the wrong
super
call.
heavy. It's super heavy. And I mean, Obo, admittedly, at least he was holding that ramp. But as soon as they stop walking and start charging, they're going to need some help. Oh, they're throwing nades. That's a courtesy. Smoke, Obo readies himself for battle. Nothing out Palace, and they're already well and truly through. Oh, but the first bullet that leaves his pistol is perfect. Shush is better. Refresh is on a late flank, and he can see he's communicating that. Shush actually wants to take this fight, and he's found it again. Sucks, another victim. 4 for Shush. Stabilizes nicely onto the low HP. Even makes it a headshot for good measure. And now Refresh coming in from behind. Long range on the Glock. He's goosed him and steals the ace away.
Felt like he almost gave it to him there. It was like, I'll soften him up and let you round the corner. So. But good from Refresh, and it was trading is his first 2 kills, right? Top mid traded off of Tassus' death, and then there on Cadian was able to use the space. Yeah, that was good stuff. Now, just for everybody playing at home, EG did win the knife, and they did opt to start on the CT side, just in case you were curious. But normally what happens when we have the first 2 maps in these series super close, the last one tends to be a bit of a blowout. So let's see if Heroic are able to manifest exactly that. Cirque Scout smoked off. Shots through the wall, not connecting just yet, but his presence...
He's lost a lot of ground.
Yeah, it's definitely being felt.
Smoke screen to buy time. Heroic fully spread out now. Oh, and it's a very good spray from Stown. He pieces it together in 2 separate bursts, but Obo's gone. And EG's forced buy in, starting to look weaker by the second. Another smoke deployed on short. They know where the scout has maneuvered from window to the ace site. That's indicative of the entire setup now.
Yeah, might want to keep our eyes on that smoke usage towards short. Curious to see if it's a recurring theme here against Heroic today from EG.
Oh, chance. You won't get many more of those. 2 to be specific, a 3rd. This time it connects. And now the damage has been inflicted. It's good to see him soften him up. 2 scout bullets, but it doesn't matter. Stown, one of the few remaining. Refresh is there as well. It's Stanislaw's Deagle that's done some serious heavy lifting, and that molly could burn him out. He's very low. He has to move immediately. Mihu, a chance converted. The Deagles from EG are doing it. Now only Stown on the stairs. The bomb's loose on triple. He's just not got the time or the health for this. There you have it. Nice work in the end. And they'll scavenge 2 AKs. He'd make it a 3rd. A Galil as well is found. And it looked pretty hectic when I saw the missed scout shots. It's down to Stan and just a great double. They were looking both ways other than him. I guess it's because they just killed CT, right? And he lines them both up as neither prepared for him. Breezed as well to find Stan to finish things off. Formality at that point.
Okay, well, a good bounce back here, and of course, Heroic will be going for a force of their own. Cadian has the scout this time round. They've got some Deagles too, and a Tech 9 in play. Early nade towards the ramp. Only tickles them up here as Cadian's scout is now noted. First bullet rings on out, and he's actually pressing the issue here. The flash is great. Cadian just caught in the middle of mid, multiple members peeking, and now Heroic, they're forced forward onto A.
Yes, this is great from Mihu. Should have had more there. Could spiral out of control if Obo doesn't contribute. It seems it's Cirque to step up alongside. No issues now. Down on the default box. They know exactly where he is. And a great headshot. He should be traded immediately. Why is he bulletproof? I could hear that whole spray being unloaded. CT's peeking. Finally he goes down. Okay, EG, they do deal with that, and now Heroic have to stomach an eco. So we are going to be seeing EG at least start off strong. You said you're expecting a stomp, and EG's strong start might dissuade that from happening.
I'm curious, right? So we know Zeus is gone, but if I do believe, if I am correct, Valens was over there doing data science, right? So if we want to put it in the rest of the terms that we would use, it'd be the analyst for the team, right? Now, Valens is a very, very smart cookie. For those unawares, he was the coach of Cloud9 when they won the major ever so long ago.
Quick one. Just going to throw their bodies towards that B site. A little bit of a quick check of Stanislaus' capabilities, and if Breeze doesn't stabilize, that bomb will go down. Yeah. All right. Well, a bomb plant on an eco. That ain't easy. Double Glock dink from Refresh. And that should be it. Last seen on truck. Not another double dink. He just lands the first this time. But Heroic, they get some extra funds, an extra 800 for everyone.
All right, very good plan. I just went to message Valens on Steam, but he's away. I was going to ask him a couple of questions, see if we could get some live updates as we were going here. But
oh, damn! You see that? Cirque just did the
that's
hard
off the lip
white
of the van, right?
Yeah. One little squibbly clip.
Squibbly clip,
as in like the clip is a bit squibbly on the back of the van.
Wibbly wobbly.
So he can jump off it.
Bit wonky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. The AKs are out. No AWP for Kaden in this. And let's see how Heroic want to pace this. We know that they love to get that mid control and then pivot back and forth and take a couple of risky maneuvers. Breeze, ahead of the smoke, makes the jump. Oh, and almost plucked midair. Tessus was quick on that.
He was, and Breeze coming right back out into Tessus. Quite the first frag to be laying down on a first gun.
Tessus is alone as well, so this nade softens him up, and the rest of his team are getting ready for a B exec. Good info. They can walk into the site for almost free.
Imagine if he actually gets another. He's keeping so many people busy with that smoke. Stan's been pulled off short. Now they can jump out the apps. Two have managed to get their boots on the ground as he peeks in. Good chance for Heroic now. Weighing up the potential retake. I'm not sure EG are keen.
Might just be the save call here. Yeah, Obo's pushed towards top mid. You don't want to give up that Cirque AWP so early into the hands of Cadian. Maybe play to lock them in and do a bit more damage, and Cirque might need to be a bit careful on his retreat. Hanging around waiting for the fade of the smoke, thinks better of it. And yeah, it is the right call. There will be enough money to facilitate some drops for their teammates at the next as long as all three stay alive right now. And well, Stown, he is currently the closest to finding a kill, but how far do they want to push the issue? Heroic need funds too.
I think Stown will be the first. Oh no.
Just chilling at the little... Is that the couch?
Yeah, he's drawn a line. As a Cirque, so right decision to be making there from Stown. Don't fancy his chances on that engagement.
Okay. Well, guns immediately dropped across here. You can see organizing themselves in spawner EG. And this one here, looking good for Heroic as they've had to make very few reinvestments, utility, the main purchases. And that was quite simple. Tessa's patrolling and controlling middle on. He's absolute lonesome there. He doesn't get that kill onto Breeze. B would have been more fortified. So great work from Tessus, and it continues. Cirque now drops his own smoke, wants to play around this aggressive mid, and almost gets one through the smoke. But Heroic have control here, and they're already up close. A minute 35 behind the mid smoke. Stown might even just walk on through.
Connector is theirs.
They're not committed to this completely, but there are 3 players on the B bomb site for EG. It's quite difficult to take a bit of info, and the AWP is probably the perfect weapon for the job. So Stan's going to be chaperoned by Cirque's AWP for some info. Refresh still trying to deal with the push, and
wow.
Cirque, that was quick.
That was really quick. Takes down Refresh. There you go. That's an advantage that they can build upon. Traded by Obo. Tessus falls as well. A double from that connector advance. Hanging steady on triple for Breeze to find his first as well. And Shush, the late arrival from ramp. Multiple angles to clear, and a great find into the first. Cost him too much. And so EG, 4, Heroic 2. 5.3 on the high end. Tess is poorer than everyone else.
Nice bounce back as well. You know, this is where it's quite clear that EG have some ideas, right? And I'm not trying to say that to sound like a bit of a dick, but like they have some good moves and some clear approaches to how they want to do this. It's just such a weird contrast to see them dropping out in last place the RMR and now here battling against one of Europeans' best names. Puzzling.
It's a very deep T smoke.
Oh, aggression.
Yeah. Must have been a flash. It's down. Ready.
Refresh? How?
Yeah, no one's holding this. The
this
fact
is naughty.
That he's come out Palace and is already down dark. Huh? So they're going to just basically go for a full A hit off the back of the fact the Refresh is super pushed up. Behind enemy lines, down goes Breeze. Suddenly Mihu has a lot to do. They scream. Mihu goes down. Cirque's got so many on the cross. He's done well to get that and get away. On the repeat, has nothing to report. Now spots him. Can't hit the shot, but he's making it competitive, as is Obo. Cirque and Obo making this an absolute nightmare for Tessus. You can see the frustration mounting. That felt good for Heroic. Refresh screaming after he finds that opener, but Mihu delays and Cirque finishes things off nicely.
Yeah, that gap was a gift. The fact that they weren't able to capitalize off it, a little bit rough there. We know that Refresh pipped a very important gap over on Inferno where he flanked through spawn. This one here just getting catapulted off the ladder, grabbing that kill. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
Another, and another.
Yeah. Look at that, sharp as you like. Big shots from Obo, quick stuff from Cirque, and the individuals on EG, they're really combining right now. There's a leg shot. Immediately boosting a player up into Vent as well.
Oh, Obo caught out. Still finds two, and the third as well. Another stunning start to the CT half of Obo. Did the same on Nuke. Coming to Mirage with the same energy, and at such a young age. Fresh and Stan would love an M4. Would love a frag, and that's exactly what he's found. A laser beam, cross map from Refresh.
Really could use that C4. They have the bomb site, but not the package.
Well, that does get a little less fun, doesn't it? Now, Cirque is responsible for their CT flank, and he's doing exactly that. Doesn't have to do too much more.
There's only really one gap, and that's worrying about them coming through underpass here. So if Stan can fix that little hole, they should be right.
Aggressive AWPing from Cirque. He clears the Stan advance. And Refresh last seen, hitting stunning 1D. No one's actively sitting on that bomb. Potential to be retrieved as the noise is cut. Now I wonder if Refresh fancies his chances on this corner clear.
Feels like he has an idea that Cirque's still lying in wait there, but the deagle to the belly will be potent.
And Breeze has timed this to perfection, just as the right time he goes for the info. So Evil Geniuses will head very quickly towards that one half. It's 6-2. We'll see Obo 3 kills after being caught out by these armored Tech 9s. Just in that transitional period, he has to plant his feet. Lovely transfer, a wiggle of the mouse to put all 3 down and out. We're back into it, round 9.
Could be a faster play here. Cadian's equipped himself with that Mac 10, and he's actually heading on his lonesome, what could be over towards middle. There's a top cat smoke about to land. Molly and window to obscure the window, but nothing's landing as we can see Heroic starting to set themselves up for an A piece, and Obo doesn't want anything to do with it. Denies Refresh. Now Heroic have to scramble.
Oh my God.
He's behind him.
Yeah, they're right next to each other. They're right next to each other.
Guys.
Oh my God, Breeze is the one to get it in the end. Cadian can't quite believe what's gone down. Tessa's caught out on his wide stance. Even Shush could catch that. Perfect from Stan.
2 of them, completely blind. Look at him go. I feel like we've been here before, Alex. This was the 11-0 start of Nuke, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. This is exactly where we were last time. But I mean, this is a differently designed map, Chad.
True.
Very differently, very differently designed map. So, like, you know, when you have a 11-4 CT half on Nuke, part of me wants to just kind of put that under the hood of a strong defense on Nuke. Yeah. If you get anything close to that on a Mirage,
yeah, okay.
I'll give you way more credit where it's due. And also, the fact you're forcing a timeout out of Heroic, never mind the fact that you pulled 7 rounds across the line. I mean, I will definitely say that I'm sure Stan has been, you know, rifling through Heroic demos. He definitely looks like, this looks like an EG that are prepared for exactly what Heroic are laying down. Their defaults mid, we know how they look. They look exactly the same. It's not like Heroic have mixed it up to any extent. So combine that with the individuals hitting shots, we've got a competitive EG.
Yeah, and to think the way they've done it, they lost pistol, then converted a force. So it's in a very competitive stance in which they're doing that. But tooling up for a bit of an A execute here is heroic. Everybody leaning over towards the site. Mid's going to be called clear.
Yeah, early mid info. I'm not sure if it's going to help them though. Like, what can you do? Mihu to stairs, Cirque holding that palace push. They're already on site. They can get across all the smokes, denying the info. Breeze barely gets his AK out in time, and he's lost his life as well. Refresh traded. Look at this from Cirque. You can't believe he's tagged him. Such close quarters action. Mihu to trade. There's more coming. Oh, through the smoke. Mihu confirms sandwich. Can't adjust between the two. Rock in a hard place does get himself out of trouble. And EG2. Deal with it and don't even let the bomb go down.
But that's the thing. Breeze coming around the corner with that awkward timing on the pullout actually denied the plant. He didn't even have to kill the guy. He just cancelled it. So just his presence alone. Huge stuff right there. And right there, when EG clear top mid, I know it's a gamble stack. I know they leave A open, but the cool thing is once you have all that info and you see the exit coming, you get to play a smoke molly defense, right? So nades are coming on through and smiles are creeping onto the faces here of EG. This is some inspired stuff. Haven't seen an EG like this in a very long time. More mid-aggression. Some retro play here, just continuing to jostle for this mid-control. And again, they just completely leave A open, right? They dedicating resources towards stopping mid and B plays, leaving A almost completely open and then rotating back in within the first 15, 20 seconds of the round. It's clear.
It explains how Refresh got down to dark, didn't it? I mean, that is a gap. But it's worked wonderfully against what Heroic are laying down, and it is, once again, back to mid, this time late. They might want to boost. And that's going to go straight over Cirque's line of sight.
Bottom spotted.
Barrel spotted, yeah. Stan's up under. Cirque may have missed his window there. Be quite the flick required. Stan can crouch through. Stan's posted up here on apps. If he goes down, Obo is in place to trade. They'll triple peek. Watch this go from 0 to 100. Oh, he gets 2 out of the 3. Couldn't ask for more. Refreshes and checking his corners, and another round in the bag for EG. Cadian, what can you do about it? Tries to get across, baits the shot, hunting Cirque. Looking very confident for this one, and Cadian starting to rock the boat. How does he keep getting away at 7 HP? Now Stown's fragging. Now they've made this at least manageable. Breeze up against Stown. Last spotted Kitchen and accelerating. 10 seconds. The bomb's in apps. Stown needs the frag. Breeze is just going to use those sound cues. Stown has to be loud about this. He might find him, and he does finish the job. Evil Geniuses will make it 9. A valiant attempt from Cadian and Stown. 2v4 becomes 1v1. But all the same, 9 is still red at the top.
Beautiful stuff here from EG. Just the combos that they're doing in some of these CT setups, they're always paying off. Stan getting 2 here, you're right. They did triple pick him. And he gets 2.5 kills. Easiest kill of Obo's life right here. Thank you very much, boss man. And then Breeze just has to survive, gets the kill before the time expires. A 9-2. Okay, money not good for Heroic here. Another timeout called. They're second in this first half alone. And here you go, a bit of a B-Stream update, Complexity FPX, an elimination game.
And if I'm at NIP, by the way, I don't even know if I'm mad or if I'm happy. Like, would I rather face Heroic or this EG? We don't have as much prep on. I don't know.
Actually, you know what, Alex? Give us Heroic versus NIP and let both of them play Ancient, just for our pleasure. Just give that for us.
Sure.
All right? Don't worry about how the teams are thinking.
Let's see what this one has in store. Last time we got to this point, it was about here, you know, 11-0. Heroic won the last 3 rounds or last 4 rounds of the half. This time, Mihu, a bit of a slip up on his ramp aggression. Extra demanded, and the bomb's still going middle. But with that loss, with that presence, EG are going to be in a very tight spot here. Obo caught out as well. Cadian just walks up connector. Things shaping up nicely for a third here. Breeze does start to knife out. He knows he's got to take space. They're going B.
What is happening?
Yeah, they're going for a full A fake, killing everyone at A while they plant B with Stown and Tessus.
Well, Breeze is going to get a couple of kills here, so
could be free.
This.
Could be free. No one's home. Bombs planted, and EG still faced with a rather bleak retake.
Might be the save call. Yeah. Check that bank balance out. Things aren't looking good for EG right here in terms of the finances. So holding on to these rifles is the name of the game. But still, 9-3, even if Heroic are able to salvage a 9-6 half, this is competitive stuff. This is what we were looking for the third map of the series. And it's just kind of clicked in my head here. I remember when Obo was on Complexity, and we had a discussion because we were watching their game develop. And Rush and Obo, in different maps, actually, even in the same map, were super flexible. They were changing between the A and the B bomb sites as the anchors, right? Which is something great for Obo to be able to do here. And then you look at some of these CT setups that EG have been throwing their way. Aggressive mid Mihu, aggressive mid Breeze. Breeze was just walk pushing the B apartments. Around before that, Obo and Stan were holding B apartments here. So in terms of Heroic having anything to go, it's a mystery. It's an absolute mystery because we've seen so many different looks of the CT setup. There's no way you can go, oh, we killed this guy, this is the setup.
I'm
or
with you.
This bomb site's open. It's completely unknown.
Yes, the spawn-based randomizer.
I'm loving it.
Going all over the shop. So this time we are going to be seeing a lot of CTs and Ts perhaps dispatched towards middle. Obo's on his way this time, and he's going to head towards a one-way on mid. Oh, what double from Obo. The molly's still in the air. He could get a third here. Cadian's been forced to retreat, and Obo lives on.
He wasn't even scoped in.
Stan heard that. Body heading towards him. It's Refresh, and he's been caught by Breeze. Now Shush confirms his presence as well. This looks shaping up nicely. Hard duels, all of them won. This time Breeze's double partners up nicely with Obo.
Are we back in the org meta or something? What is going on?
Yeah, not even needing the scope, you're right.
Look at Obo, 17 kills. This kid on the CT side is an absolute bloody force.
He's in the right place for another here. Finish it off. Neat and tidy. Crosshair on the noggin. Bam! 10-3. EG. They could very well send Heroic right down to the lower bracket here. Spirit, many considered a dark horse. Heroic, quite the opposite. And they could take them both in back-to-back here. Look how easy that came to him. And Breeze couldn't have arrived at a better time as well to be putting bullets onto Refresh, his teammate calling for help on the apartments. Hearing an impact of that Molotov. Perfect. Nearly a spotless one from the CTs. They've got plenty of cash to splash and 2 or more rounds of play ahead of us.
This is wild, right? The gravitas of this game here, the winner of this progresses to the playoffs. We already have Vitality and G2 there. They need to sort themselves into quarter and semi respectively. And if EG win this, then they play the winner of OGVP and they do the same thing. That's going to put all of those squads we mentioned before in the lower bracket fighting for one spot in each group for the playoffs over the rest of this weekend.
Good God, it's going to be a very fruity playoff, isn't it? I love that, though. We said this was going to be a litmus test coming into what's going to be, of course, a slew of big events.
It's ramping up from this point onwards, isn't it?
Yeah, you got Cologne, you got Major.
It's the Blast Spring Finals as well.
Blast Spring Finals is actually just next week, I think.
Yeah. We've got the RMR as well for CIS region, and well, this is looking better for Heroic now. They're going to get their 4th. It was enough on Nuke. You got to question if it's going to be enough here on Mirage. Save Simulator again for EG. And we'll be tucking in towards the Palace position.
Sorry, I just imagined when you said Save Simulator, like it's a version of retakes, but you're just playing to save. Like you spawn and then you're just getting hunted. Like it's just the most useless game mode in existence.
Oh dear.
Could be kind of like that skeet shoot though. You just have 5 Ts all bearing down on your position. You try and
spawn on the other bomb site. Yeah. They get 40 seconds to find you.
To get to you.
It's like hide and seek.
You could make a game mode out of that. Now, Heroic getting 4, as you discussed, was enough in their previous T-Hall on Nuke. I do feel like it's a different kettle of fish here on Mirage. Like, it's not like EG's T-side on Mirage is going to require as much finesse as their Nuke did.
True. Very true. Complexity 1 round away now, closing things on out over there on that B stream. And considering how things started here, I think there was overtime on Inferno for that map number 1.
Brutal.
Overpass was another close affair. And this is unfortunate for FPX because we like the flair they brought in with the Ancient picks. They were keeping it fresh.
Yeah, they definitely gave it a good shot. They took Ancient off of a couple of big names, Astralis and G2 so far. But looks like that very long battle in the lower bracket could lead to Complexity keeping their head above water. Here they come, flooding into A, and already a little bit of a connection. Obo fancies his chances through the smoke. I don't blame him, but Refresh and Tessis are there, and Heroic can do one better than previous. Nice hold. Zerg stops the initial fight on default, puts the bomb loose. He's blind, does manage to escape. And Stan, if he could just find one, the one pushed up ideally would be Shush, and no, not ready for that. Caught off. Tess has naded even lower, as if he could get lower than one. Now he does find a frag with it. Only Cirque, and there you have it, a 10-5 half, Heroic. They recover somewhat, but EG, they've given themselves a lovely cushion to try and rest their head on secure a continued upper bracket run. One of these teams is heading to the lowers to meet NIP. We'll find out who after the break.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see, and I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, and I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care that we don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all.
Rocking and rolling with your final half of EG Heroic. It's taken us to a third map. It's given us a 10-5 half. Heroic just about squeezing that T-side for everything they could get out of it towards the end there. EG, though, have impressed Chad. A raised eyebrow, a raised frequency. He's even starting to believe, dare I say it.
It's a good CS, right? Because it's so diverse in the approaches.
Then. I'm seeing a double smoke. I'm seeing double P250. Is this going to be a straight out the gate A smokes?
We got double nades as well.
So it's like jungle from Mihu, it's stairs from Cirque, and they could either go on this. They've got 3B planted right now. Already you can see that Breeze is trying to challenge out with that P250. It is the best weapon, the best chance they have to win that CT duel. Interesting. Look, Refresh is not showing. They want them to assume that Shush has been forced out of CT as if he doesn't win all of his duels. Stan into B, keeps Cadian confirmed. This hasn't fallen apart for EG. The bomb is down, at least that's something. Maybe Obo can come up with something. Long range, Cadian catches that. High flash is something, a nice shot from Obo. If Mihu can just corral and deal with jungle, now we can talk about the CT fights. Obo, Mihu, the two new additions. He's running out of bullets and he runs out of health. Near team ace, it's just Cadian that steals away too. And Heroic, despite not having the resources in the right place, do seem to make short work of a T-pistol.
Yeah, handled that one right there. And look, you can see EG going for a bit of a classic. That's a very, very standard pistol, right? The jungle and the stairs smoke. And normally you see them trying to force towards this CT position. Stan going for a classic lurky boy maneuver right there. But Cadian a little bit too wise for his antics this time round. And with that plant, we can see an AK getting dropped for Mihu. He's going to be rocking the AK-47. Obo into a Galil. Deagles for the other 3. There's 4 sets of head armor and actually enough utility to make something interesting out of this. Heroics by Scout and, well, rifles with 1 MP9. And a slower approach here from EG. Just waiting towards the top mid, working on underpass control with Mihu and Breeze. Stan's about to feel a lot of pressure here.
He's reaggressing. A lot of mid-presence here from EG. A CT smoke exchanged with the T's, keeps down present. If Mihu even releases crouch, he might be cooked.
Oh, see you later.
Dead man. Great trade. Mihu provides. As windows smoked, they start to maneuver out of middle, completely relinquishing control, at least for the majority. Cirque's actually stuck around.
Shush just cleared ramp. He just cleared a ramp right there, so they think they might have a bit of a buffer.
Nice response from Cirque. The fact he managed to get a dink out of that, so late to respond.
It is just Shush, though. Cadian's floating in CT spawn, and the other 2 members are back over towards the B site, so they take down Shush. They might be able to get the plant here.
Yes, Stan! Perfect timing to be going for a clear on default. He gets it before Cadian arrives CT. And now, a tag is not enough with the scout. That should enable a plant.
And the low HP of Tassus from that fight in middle is the problem. He has the defuse kit and they have an M4. At this point, it's likely Heroic call this one off. EG have done this with isolated duels all across the map unless they give up a freebie here. Okay, now we might have a discussion. Maybe not. Tassus is over towards B. I got excited.
Yeah, I can't even blame you.
Well, the fact that EG again are bouncing back with another force by Alex, that's both pistol rounds in this game that Heroic have picked up, and then EG are the ones who have just come on through and clobbered them into submission. See if Stan can find himself something a little bit better than that MP9. And Obo can't even survive, so looks like it will just be the MP9 carried on through. AK-47 and the M4A4 for Refresh and Tassus.
Oh, that doesn't really feel like a win when you look at their buy coming into this one.
That was a good trade there from Mihu.
We'll see Stan. Perfect.
I think I've had that exact death from Stan before.
I
have flashbacks of that. I'm pretty sure it's just one time he did it to me and it's just stuck in my head forever. From 6 years ago.
That's how annoyed you were. Well, the movements are definitely there. Tassus has managed to get himself to maintain some info here on that mid swing. Oh, he does turn the flash as well. It's just that muscle memory kicks in, and didn't know robots had muscles. And Fresh has found one as well, and just like that, EG, I don't want to say they've lost both their paddles, let's just say they've lost one. They're just paddling around in a circle at this point. Let's see if Breeze can offer a little bit support.
That life raft they have on the desk could come in handy.
It's true.
Stands up to his lurky boy maneuvers in Palace. Looks like he's going to hightail back on out and see if he can regroup. 3 on 5. Not going to be easy to get back into this one. And there's still a minute on the clock, so hoping they're offered up a little bit of a push here by the Heroic squadron. But very deep on the B site is Tassus and Stout, almost connected at the hip. Top mid is where they decide to pivot. And if they come up through connector, that AK-47 on Obo could rip Cadian's head clean off.
Despite the step, Obo will find that first. And now with the dark frag and Cadian flashed, EG making a 3v5, threatening Cadian. Snappy with the scout. Stan is posted up to bodyguard that low HP plant, and it does get down. Far from a relief though, and oh, nice from Stan. He's managed to get away. Vision's restored.
No way.
Obo bodyguards, they are doing it. Turn the round on its head, courtesy of Obo. Stan's out of his seat. He's not happy with that. 12. Okay, EG. I thought that was heroics every day of the week.
That was a 3v5.
3 versus 5.
How have they been given that much room? Like, you're right, the step comes in. It's almost like Obo did that intentionally to bait a bit of a fight there, and this is perfect. Stan having to step out wide to bodyguard the bomb going down, and then in tandem, they just get it done. Cirque getting pumped up for that one, and you can just see over in that heroic camp now, it has to be the eco. That round was worth 2.
Holy
EG
smoke.
have won the Forced by Wars.
Just a synchronized inhale from everyone at the EG office right now.
Oof, I can't believe they pushed them this. Well, it's not that they pushed them. They're sitting ready to win this thing. I can't imagine what the odds for this game would have looked like before coming into it. I didn't even consider it. It's the same with the Fnatic game.
No.
Well, they should really make light work of these USPs now. 4 of which are close towards that A bomb site.
Stan's made the right call. There's absolutely no one there. Just a Cadian, USP. Staring at the floorboards. Collecting the recycling. As is Cirque, puts 3 of them in the bottle bin.
Oh, they caught him as well. Can't even hide there. 13-6, and well, the bike.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if those graffiti cans were on the floor above the bench prior to the Cold Zero graffiti, or if we've just got some more lore.
Okay.
Like that's where they disposed of it. The crime scene investigators didn't check it out.
All right.
Okay.
I see where you're going with it.
Round 20, and this is the final 10 rounds or so of play. Don't want to speak too soon. We did nearly get OT on Nuke.
0 Molotovs for Heroic here, and not a single defuse kit in play. It's going to be a spicy round.
Bit bare bones, and I'm seeing 3-walk Palace, which is not a common start to many T-side Mirages that I've witnessed as of late. 3 through Palace, 2 through mid. What is Stan cooking up here? Does Obo just contact out? Shush. Oh, I can't believe what he's looking at. 2 of them. A wild spray does take down Cirque, and they've lost so many players. All the nades on the floor as well. Oh, and Cadian relentless on the wallbang. This fizzles out quite quickly. Mihu to reignite. Great shot. If he finds Refresh, we are on to something. And he has a good shot. Refresh pivoting so many angles. Tessis is there to lend a hand. Just in the nick of time. Stan has calls on 2 of the 3.
They'll be checking their flanks.
CT.
Oof, needed that one. Pressure's going to come from spawn now as well. Stan's done.
Ramp, a real issue. He's just, through timing, but spotted. Refresh knows where he is and even confirms it with a tag, and that's the end of that. It's down. Long way around the world, grabs himself an AK for good measure.
Okay. Well, money's still there for EG to muster another buy, and punishing Heroic in the CT side of economy has to be high on the docket here. Good stuff from Cadian. Frustrating for Obo there. You know, what are you meant to do? Don't even get to see him. And handled here. Stan with the info and the frag. And maybe a little bit of a buffer for Heroic if they can convert yet another. Both teams just with rifles. No AWPs, no sniper rifles. It's down. He's in the underpass. He's in trouble. They've jumped in his face, and Obo's found another 25 now.
Let's go. Get schlatted, Stan. Refresh can do a lot with this. I'm not one to write him out. He's got the support of 2 coming in from Connector. They're grouping up to straight up fight for the mid control. This could be the whole round determined right here at the start of it. They've already lost 1. Obo down to 20 from that underpass biff. Mia's got the bomb top mid, and now they're all posting up for this exchange. Here we go. Dominoes start to fall, and it's in favor of Heroic. 2-on-2. Not done yet. Breezy falling as well. The bomb is under remit of Refresh. I think he may have spotted Stan as well. That smoke is going to be a bit of a nasty one to swallow. He can use the extension of mid to peek, but he'd be peeking into two of them. Oh, he's isolated them both. No! Stan nearly pulls out a cracker. It's Tessus with 3 on the mid hold. But the fact, I thought they'd not lined up to perfection to stop him isolating a duel. He nearly got 1-2 one-on-ones.
Great stuff there. That is keeping it very, very costly for Heroic. So the fact that Heroic bite on that so hard, look at this. Just over Stound's initial line of sight there. This is what you were talking about. So the first, I think he's just edged out a little bit. And then, yeah, Tessus has had to pivot out to finish things off. And that one was as close as she gets, 13-8. It will just be the pistol upgrade here for 3 members of EG.
Quickie. Deep Molly may go ahead of that.
Yeah, they're going to get destroyed right here. There's no way they get anything done over towards this B bomb site. Not with 2 eyes completely trained, and Stound's even taken down Breeze before the action kicks off. All right, all right. I think that they've felt that same woe right here. The utility that they did have is long gone. Hoping just to find a straggler towards top mid.
Must be hard to kind of maintain some degree of like, no, I mean, not morale, mid-round morale. You already know that this one's gone. But just to keep some, you know, some degree of theory, some essence as to where the win could come from. Peeking into orbs, AKs. And one by one they fall. All right, kept neat and tidy as it should be. Heroic make it 9. All right. Don't think there's enough for a Cirque AWP as well on this D side. He's going to go straight back in for the AK. EG, it's been a while now. That's 3 in a row from Heroic. 3 stage loss bonus as well.
I feel like the cool thing with this map right here for EG, and you've already highlighted it earlier, it's sort of like Nuke, where if they start getting blanked, they're going to run out of set pieces. They can, you know, once you get yourself into a 3-on-3 mid-round, that can be anybody's. So all they need to do is jostle for position, and Obo, send your sharpest tool out quickly. Fast up, Cat. This is really quick.
Oh, and I was talking about my absence of seeing much Obo on the T side. I can't believe they're spraying him so perfectly. That's just the muscle memory and crosshair placement of the A defense. Really cuts Obo down to size. Are they really going to walk through this? They are. And Stan strafes evasively. Refresh a lot to do. Cadian's here as well. Looks good for Heroic. If only Breeze could find another, but they jump straight into the AWP. He's baiting shots left and right and taking them too. Cadian with 3. Only Cirque now. Solid defense from the Danes. They're not giving this up easy. They are making EG work for every round they take. And this one I don't think is in that category. So many players in such a short space of time. Cirque 2. Chance for a reload. Cadian can wallbang. He peeks in and takes the head. Cirque could save EG. There's no way. Tessus is on the site as well. Will he anticipate it? It's predictable.
He's lost him.
He's lost him completely. Tessus going around the world. He's looking high. Should look low. Tessus. Pausing now, 35 seconds, no info. A solid attempt from Cirque, my lord. A 1v4 comes all the way down to a 1-on-1. A battle of wits, and Tessus has the patience.
Keeping it as close as they can and keeping Heroic very humble in a situation like this.
Bang, dude, as soon as I saw those two, the fact he pulls a third out on an AWPer, no less.
He's really hit a couple of bangers right there, and you can see this. How many are you going to account for coming from the same position? Very, very impressive stuff there from Cirque on the rifle. Getting fired up. Heroic in the room. They're only 3 rounds now from touching distance.
Armored Tech 9s, some smokes, and a handful of flashbangs.
3,400 loss bonus in the next tier. So this is really just about damage. No matter what happens, they will be able to buy in the following round, round number 25. But keep Heroic under the pump. Never let up if they can, as Breeze quick down towards the underpass position. Footsteps would have been heard.
Faked.
Yeah, and that's actually baited some early utilite. You saw Cadian just underhand a nade, hoping to catch them off on a swift bit of movement there. And if we just take quick stock of the utility left, we have 2 smokes and a flashbang. It's down over towards the balcony position, and Shush trying to bait things in from Ticket here. So Heroic have enough members to defend this site.
Everybody's favorite stair, smoke. Jungle stairs, similar and reminiscent to that of the pistol, this time with Tech 9s and armor. It's down. Partnered up with Shush to great success. They can't break through. The blue wall says no. Not going to be seeing anything close to the bomb plant. Smoke's redundant. 11 for Heroic, and as you discussed, that guaranteed buy comes through. We will see that Cirque T-side AWP, so I am intrigued to see if they'll let him off the leash to some extent. He's got a great mid-spawn, but how often will that ever profit you anything? 3 players on the A site to receive them, and Cadian trying to keep the mojo flowing in their direction. They are no strangers to a comeback, Chad.
We've seen plenty before here from Heroic.
Plenty from Heroic. Undeterred by low score lines. Not much of that anymore. 13-11 it reads.
That deep smoke there is an aggressive CT smoke, I do believe.
Look at Obo. What have they been putting in his breakfast cereal to make him this confident against a team like Heroic? You know, like he's taken that short route. This in apartments, jostling, keeping Tessus on his toes. I've seen more tenured players with less pep in their step against Heroic. Great to see from Obo that he has that capacity within him. Up to mid. Stown's up there to contest alongside Cadian. A missed shot from him, but Stown makes up for it. Cirque still mid. Hunting. And oh, the tag is his death sentence. That's Obo with 1. They need to keep trading. Go on, Stan! Quick 1v3 comes 1v1.
He knows Tessus is a B player as well here.
And Tessus knows he knows. So in reality, nobody knows. Heading to A very loudly. Is he just going to commit to the plant? Tessus can use this as an opportunity to close the gap, and he is. Walking straight in Stan's blind spot. Straight into the blind spot. Stan's already just in a 1v3, 4-14. Out of nowhere. In the chaos of that battle for middle, he arrives just in time to finish off the 2. Let's see this again from his POV. Look at this. Look how many bodies. I'm just going to count the bodies. 1 death, 2 death. Here comes 3, 4, 5. Stan makes it 6 and 7. Yo.
Wild scenes.
Completely caught off. Completely caught off.
He's not getting 4x3'd by any means.
Yeah, true.
You can tell what Rez Stan's playing on for sure. And here we go again. The buy, it's back out. The fight's in middle. They continue. Bullets down range. Breeze has passed the smoke. There's 2 towards Cat.
They're not ready. Refresh has been caught out, but so has Breeze. Knife out. Tessus to trade. Yo, this has changed the pace completely. Mihu wants to catch Tessus. Again, looking away. Risky, quick adjust. And Tessus out-aimed, completely out-roboted by Mihu in this case. Down. Oh! Walking into Mihu, 2 high-impact frags at such a crucial juncture of the game.
It's on Shush.
He's a safe pair of hands, is Shush, and he's demonstrating why. 2 more on the peak, though. Bit of collateral damage. Info for Cadian. Too much info for Cadian. He knows where they both are. Left side of the site. 1 slipped stairs. He's anticipated and cleared that. Molly for default will not go amiss. And so now they've both slipped the site. Sandwich, a threat. Oh, he baited it perfectly. They double peak for 15. EG, 2 in a row. And it's becoming a potential reality here. Series point, 4 of them. And look at the money of Heroic. I think so many of us would have given you your days rate, as Yanko did on the first day, if EG were to go ahead and show up in any capacity, as well as Ancient. Both have showed up in great capacity here at IEM Summer. And it's Deagles, it's MP9s, it's FAMAS.
It's a mess, that's what it is. How are they going to defend against this? EG can do whatever they want. They can slow this right down. They can let the game come to them. 4 rounds left to try and convert this and get it done.
Everyone making sure they're just the right posture, the right comfort level, right grip on the mouse. You won't get another opportunity like this. They don't come all too often. 1 more round of Counter-Strike to stay in the upper bracket where those like Astralis, Gambit, NIP have fallen. And here they go, just as the smokes bloom. Some speculative shots, but Cirque returns fire.
There's 3 here.
4 remain. They're in the right place. The Deagle is connecting. It's down there as well. Mihu continues to add more to his tally. He's been coming alive in these last few rounds. They pre-fire as best they can.
It's on the X Factor.
He is on the boost. Refresh can make it happen. Only the 1, 2-on-2. Of course a 1-on-1. And it's won by Shush. Just as they start to converge on the site, Heroic thrive in the chaos and send EG back to Squalor. We go again. Let me see this again in quick capacity. So Refresh only got the 1.
Look at Tessa still grabbing another. Oh, Tessus did so much.
He really did. Look at Cadian's face.
He's got to be grimacing there. He went down. He couldn't do anything through the smoke.
Oh, they get to go again. I'm not sure they were expecting to. Timeout called by EG. That's a nasty one.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Right now, at this stage of the game, EG actually have the loss bonus in their favor. So by going for a partial investment here, they know that Heroic's buy looks rubbish. Sjuush was the only one to survive, the only one to carry a rifle through. The rest of his teammates have been left to buy whatever they can. What?
Nothing. I must have been...
What did I say?
No, not you. I thought I just saw a Dren.
A Dren?
Yeah. Looked like it.
Which one? The American Adren?
Yeah.
I was looking away from the screen. I'm looking at his boys.
Must have been making it up.
Maybe he's teleported over there.
Yeah.
Can he be coaching both North American teams?
Well,
is there a rule against that?
Is there just an Adren lookalike sitting behind EG?
Maybe.
Or I'm just absolutely losing the plot.
I think we're doing that as well.
That's true.
We've had a lot of Counter-Strike today.
He's going to hear a lot with this. I think there's a couple of steps for Cadian to communicate now. If he catches a timing, they're lining up for a B pop. With Tech-9s, P250s, even a Mac-10 in the mix. Cadian timing, even getting his knife out. This is ambitious, but it's going to be really punishing. Mihu's already fallen, as has Obo, and this one will be Heroics. 13, it will read.
No, Plant could have been great here for EG, but as I mentioned, the loss bonus is in their favor right now. I think we're looking at 2,900 into the next. And that means we're going to get the buys back out. Obo will have just on 4K, and that's all he needs. They send him out as a bit of a heat-seeking missile with that AK-47 and 15-13. We've had so many rounds played here today in this series alone. 19-17 Inferno feels like a lifetime ago. 16-14 and 11-0 CT-sided haul from EG, only to let it slip. And battling back again once more, Heroic. Don't want to quit in this one, do they?
Yeah, they've got resilience, haven't they? It used to be the Brazilians. It used to be the big conversation factor. Those teams that just don't know when to quit. Same, rinse and repeat. Sark gets his run boost.
Spots one connector. Expects the pick from Cat.
Waiting for the flash, perfectly timed off from Tess's flashbang. Even trades.
Just falling silent here, EG.
Cadian's going for ramp info.
He can take a lot of space, but this was actually punished in an earlier round where Sjuush went aggro and then they managed to collapse back on top of him. Looks like another connector smoke being lined up here to help Stown out, who's over towards window right now. And we're just going sub 1 minute. EG. They've got enough utility here to pull off a basic execute. Bit of a mid-round maneuver. Where do they want to finish? Heroic scrambling for any information they can try and find, and well, it's left them with Sjuush rotating over to bolster the B bomb site with Tessus. It's down in float. So much pressure on Cadian now if they do pivot back towards this A bomb site.
They can go either way. T-smoke on connector. T-smoke on window.
It's the B split.
And it is the B split. So Sjuush is in the right place. And the shots are too. Good find though. Again, Mihu with some impact. Sjuush to do an awful lot here. They are low. He needs to send them lower. He can't. Breeze has got the frag. They are just one away, but look at the health. Cadian, can he ruin EG's day? No is the answer, and EG have done it. Sailing through the upper bracket. Group B gets very interesting. NIP will be facing none other than the boys of Heroic in a lower bracket elimination game. Okay, Desk has got a lot to say, I'm sure. 16-13, EG take it in 3.